Waiting on some things before I could get started. Pretty good on the this here. Alrighty. So we couldn't get one in on Thursday, unfortunately. So here we are. Today we have 310 apparently. Right around 310. I'm actually okay with going a little bit lighter if we need to. Just kind of dropping the intensity a tad bit since we are adding in that fourth bench session. But we'll see. It'll be what, 3:10. Go through to 310. And then 3 sets of 8 at 100. Roughly. I don't think I can quite load on 200, so it'll be 195 to 205. Probably 205 if I had to guess. Then we'll also do some upper body stuff. We'll do our pull-ups. Probably pretty good for today. I actually am a little sore in the pec area. Looks pretty good. First set, of course, but alright, so loading up 225 next. Make our way up here. Nice Saturday workout. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hopefully you're taking advantage of this nice sun and weather. Elbow has definitely made it through the full week with no problems. Which is pretty good. I do think that my additional fourth bench day, I probably went a little bit heavier than I would have liked, but that would have made sense. So we probably won't scale back for the following weeks, but we'll probably just cap the weight at that for the following weeks and then make adjustments next block. So I think it was probably a little bit heavier for sure. It felt fine that day, but then the next day when I went to bench, I realized when I calculated my back offs, they were just as heavy. And I want that fourth bench day to really be, pretty light for the most part. Alright, we've got 245 loaded up, ready to go. Another successful week of training. We got deadlifts to cap it out tomorrow. We'll see if we can keep the train going on deadlifts. Baby. Looking pretty good. Pretty light. Gonna break into some new territories here. I think for sure. Alright, we load up 265. Keep it going. My pasty white ass needs to get outside today and get some sun. I might go for a walk. Get a little bit of physical activity outside of my workout in. Playing around with a couple new things, just ever so slightly. Feeling light. $87. How's things looking over here? We still got the music going, yep. Slowly making our way. This will probably be last warm up. We'll go ahead and just hit that top set after this. We're actually feeling like pretty good too. We are nice and motivated too. Trying out some new things. Let's go, baby. It feels like really, really smooth, like good execution. Let's see what it's looking like. I'm happy with like how that looks. Little unevenness, but we were kind of dealing with that last block, so I think it'll kind of even itself out. Now we're getting some more practice and more frequency with bench. What do we want? Are we just gonna do 310 here? I think we might just hit that upper range. Ain't no thing. Unfortunate to see some of the animes from this simulcast come to a close after, this week. Solo leveling today. Match leave is either yesterday or today, so I need to watch those. It sucks to see him go though. There's some new ones for next simulcast that are looking pretty nice though. Kaiju number 8 or number 7, that one looks really good. Some other ones are coming back. Not sure if there's any other new ones that are... Oh, actually there is one. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's like something Breaker, I think. Alright, top set here. Fellas. Get it. Not too bad. Watch that replay here. I can tell definitely need to get back to handling like some of the heavier weights. After last block's sort of just a chill bench block. Maybe I will load 195 just for this first week. I'd like to just make sure, being conservative for the first week. Kind of get used to starting to load you know, the pec, elbow, so many times per week. I think I can load 195, so it'd be 175, 185, 190, 190, huh? Well, what if I did the yellow plates? That would be... Oh, that's more. I'm tripping. Yeah, we'll just do 205. Screw it. I don't want to load 190. I think that's a little bit lighter than I'd like today. Go 5 should be pretty easy still. What do you guys think about that top set? Looking pretty buttery. Oh shit, I did not even notice. I forgot to take this off on the other side. Dang, it did not come through. Make sure these aren't falling off the sides. Getting it in today. All right, 3 sets of 8. No biggie. These are feet up, by the way. Should be competition grip, if I'm remembering correctly. Feeling like effortless there on those back offs. We're doing like a lot of Larson pressing now, so we might just be getting like super efficient with Larson, because that additional day that I added in is just 3 straight sets of Larson. At least that's what we wanted to play around with at first. Maybe eventually it'll be like a tempo competition. That's my other, I guess my other lead, or whatever else, you know, whatever else I want to try out will be some really slow tempo competition press, just to try to limit like the load as much as possible, right? I want to do some sort of variation for that 4th day. Since it's just sort of like a prep for that following bench day. All right. so first set of back offs done. Got 2 more to go. Then some back offs. And yeah, overall thoughts. I think it's been a pretty good week. Like I said, I think I probably went a little bit too heavy on that 4th day. But I think it'll even itself out. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll probably keep the weight the same for the 2nd week. And maybe go up a little bit on week 3 and 4. Holy smokes, we're just crushing these back offs today. We are crushing it. I'm certainly hesitant to say that it's just the fact that we've just gotten in this first, the single week of swapping the frequency. I think I must just be feeling good today and good for the week. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it continues to trend. I would have never guessed I'd even eventually be trying out 4 times a week, because I definitely have a history of some pec pain, some pec injury, discomfort, and that was even with like benching 2 times a week. But this nice slow build, of course. I definitely was benching 3 times a week for quite some time before I made this swap to 4 times. And I'm just kind of, I really gotta watch the volume and all that jazz. Be really specific with those programming variables. I know the most recent change was I dropped a set off primary and secondary, but added on to my 3rd bench session. Which that seemed to work, so not quite sure it's maybe necessarily a total volume thing, but like a total set per training session. So I'm kind of curious to see how this will work out for sure. Feels like we got a pretty good plan going into it. Alright, last set here for bench. Yo. Benching done. And pretty even too. Alright, now time for a modified pull-up. Gotta strip some weight here. This up as high as we can. Right there. Pretty good. First set we'll just do no additional external weight, but then we'll probably start loading her up. We're gonna just push our hips back for a nice up and down movement. And we got some fun stuff coming for sure. I feel like this year's been a lot more eventful in terms of sort of the gaming category as well. We got Wuthering Waves in I guess technically less than 2 months, which I think is what I'm most excited about. Yeah, thrown in Liberty technical test here in a few weeks. Hopefully we get in. Otherwise, you know, hopefully it means it's starting to get closer to launch. The hype is kind of starting to die down. But I also do think that regionally, Thrown in Liberty will just probably do better in our region. Like, people will, you know, it'll be more well received than in the other version. So I don't necessarily think that just because it's not well received in another region, like, doomed to fail. But they do need to get it out to us, because I feel like the hype is certainly dying. Alright, so we're going to do an additional 10 pounds here. Slightly change things up, how I set my hips. Trying to think what else. If there's anything else like that I'm, I guess, super near future excited about. Of course, the Final Fantasy 14 expansion is summertime as well, which we are definitely going to be playing that. The new class Viper looks pretty sweet. We'll see what they got cooking up. I guess there's been speculations that it's gonna be like the best expansion, but we'll see. We'll see. That might be main game at that point, you know? Like, I've still been kind of playing Lost Ark as main game, just a little bit more casually, but like, this might be time to do a nice little hard swap, get a breath of fresh air, something new. Actually, probably my least favorite, I guess, like phase or overall situation of the game in Lost Ark right now. Not a fan of like some of the newer progression systems, and the past couple like dungeons or boss fights, like, they're good, but then there's like a couple things that just completely, I think, ruin the overall experience for me, and I wish they would just stop doing. But we'll see. Been not feeling it as great for me, for sure. So I'm kind of looking for that excuse to, I guess, really let it drop off the radar for me. But the new Breaker class has been really fun. I will say that. Also, I think we're supposed to get Blade and Soul Neo before too long. I think within the next few months, maybe. which I think will probably catch some people off, like, you know, by surprise. I'm not quite sure if a ton of people have heard of it yet. And if they do what they say they are going to do, it could be pretty good still, even in today's MMO market. And the lats are really going off with the pull-ups. Watching that YouTube playback. Okay, so we did our 3 sets there. Let's lower back down. Already getting hit. You know what, chat? It's been a long time since I did barbell curls. But the other thing is I don't want to throw too completely new stuff or like stuff that I haven't done in a while. We'll try out a few sets though. I mean, I'm assuming 45 is going to be pretty light. Right, just the bar. Feel like I'm a little uneven here. It should be light. I do like 20-25 dumbbells. Yeah, maybe we'll mess around, swap it up a bit. For lateral raises, we'll probably do 15. I'm pretty cool with that. Should we do side view? Front view? You know, I need to turn up the brightness just a smidge on the side cam. It's looking a little on the darker side. Wish I could get rid of that glare, but I haven't been able to find any way to rig things up to get rid of that. For the side cam. Good. Finish out strong for this Saturday. 2 more sets of each. I will say there was one this simulcast that I did not realize was as much of a banger as it is, but Ninja Kamoy has been super good. And they have an intro song that is such a heater. And it's the same band that actually had an intro for Fire Force, and the song name was Mayday. This one is called Vengeance, and it just hits different. Good workout song for sure. I thought about just swapping to playing like normal music, because like the royalty free, it ends up getting like copyrighted anyways. So I don't really understand, right? Like that's what it's there for, is to not get, you know, copyrighted and for people to use it freely. Kind of dumb if you ask me. Much more frequently on YouTube, which makes sense because it, you know, it's coming from YouTube. But occasionally, I'll still get copyrighted on Twitch. What's going on here? There we go. Just like so. Trying to figure out why it was so uneven. Yeah, maybe we'll start doing some barbell. I feel like it doesn't feel as good like on the joints when you take into consideration all the other stuff I'm doing. But we're kind of limited obviously on dumbbells, so if it means me being able to actually, you know, progressively overload a little bit better, then we'll swap to barbell, see how it feels, throwing it in for a block or two, and I can start loading up on it as well, weight wise. Trying to make sure I'm in a good spot for both of yous. Wait, why am I doing bicep curl? I just got done doing that. It is lateral raises. Trying to get in even more biceps. Alright, we got one more set for both bicep curl and lateral raises. And we're pretty much finished up after that, so if anybody has any questions, comments, suggestions, now is a good time to throw them in the chat. As we're sort of toward the latter end of the workout, and I'm going to try not to trip on nothing for the remaining part of the stream. I think people would just kind of vibe out a little bit better me actually being able to play some music. I'm sure that people are kind of almost at this point used to the royalty-free playlist. Like they're like, oh yeah, like I've definitely heard this a few times being in your stream. Even though I do like shuffle and all that jazz. Sure, it happens for sure. Alright, back to bicep curls. go ahead and put that back up. And get this last set in for this lovely Saturday workout. And that's all, folks. Last minute chance to get any dying thoughts in before we wrap things up. And I think in closing, Thursday was unfortunately a bust. The problem with swapping frequency is that I have to be a bit stricter on the days that I actually get it in, and I can't be, like, I guess, as flexible. Like, if I can't stream Thursday, then I'll do bench on Friday and then do the next session on Saturday. Because that new bench session is specifically, like, I'm thinking of it as a good, like, primer, or what's the best other way to, there's another word I've been kind of using, but I would say primer is a good word for the following bench day. So I need to get it in the following bench day. So I kind of have to, like, spread things out, and then of course make sure that those two bench sessions align. But I think overall it'll lead to, you know, more consistent streaming week to week. It just unfortunately didn't work out this first week. And we are swapping the days, so it'll be almost like from now on, Monday, these are the bench days. Not necessarily I'll be able to get in workout streams on all these days, but at least I'm hoping 3 of the bench sessions I get in. But Monday, for sure, should be. Although I'm not sure about this coming Monday, because I think my brother might be off. I'll have to check and see. Monday, Wednesday is probably generally a no-go, but then that Thursday and Saturday, I think that's right. I need to update it on Twitch though, so people know. And then of course, the anything outside of that is some additional bonus, like game streams, which we're gonna try to get more in the hang of cranking out. We got tons of stuff to play for sure. Other than that, I think pretty successful first week of trying out the new program. We'll see how deadlifts go tomorrow. I'd say overall things are going pretty good. Some things to look forward to, some exciting things coming up for me, which kind of motivates me to just try to improve and be the best across, like, I guess, all aspects of my life and what I'm doing. So trying to be better on Twitch, trying to be better on YouTube, just pretty much across the board. Biggest thing is just staying on top of things, trying to almost get like a little bit more of like a set schedule. So I do this on this day, or at this time every day I do this, stuff like that. Alrighty, well, really think that about wraps things up. So if you aren't already, feel free to go ahead and follow to know when I go live for, you know, all things fitness, powerlifting, rehab, pain, injury related, and of course just chilling out, hitting some PRs, playing some games, all that fun stuff. Alright, everybody have a good weekend and a good Saturday, and I should